If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia, and today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you.
Welcome to the 9th anniversary of the Gov.T Summit. We are the South Bank so we'll be here to assist you during your stay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
So excited. Wow.
So as your protocol is helping you get here weekly, we'll explain a special event that we're doing for all of our participants. So we're asking for our participants to help create a beautiful peace sculpture.
Okay.
So we'll have you write your country, your name, followed by your signature. Here on the breath. Country first. Welcome to Korea. Your name, ma'am? Followed by your signature. You can put it in the middle. Thank you very much.
And this is a BRGIE for you.
I hope you like it. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. So have a pleasant rest. We'll be here to assist you during your stay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Ụmụ Chineke shalom. Ụmụ Chineke ndewonu. Biafrans all over the world. Greetings from my location. Fellow Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time, depending on your zone, depending on your location. I bring greetings from my location to you, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching me all around the world. Today is the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord Chukwokikabia Mapumihenine 2023. And you are really welcome to this broadcast today. is going to be really very, very brief because we are going to do justice to the topic, and it's going to be very brief. Fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching me all around the world, you are welcome. Please, as you join me, like, share, comment. Let us make some comments because it is really important that you tell us how you are feeling. When we make some broadcasts, you know, when we are speaking your mind, tell us how you feel. What are your comments about what we are doing? We are Biafrans and we are all around the world. That is why the world cannot subdue us. No nation can ever defeat Biafran because we are all around the world. Fellow Biafrans, I brought today a very wonderful topic for us Biafrans, wherever you are watching me, to talk about. You know, before I go forward, I have to just put in a disclaimer. You know, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is not yet regarded as the mayor of Helsinki. So I just put it there because he merits to be the mayor of Helsinki by the Biafran perspective. Okay? So, fellow Biafrans all around the world, what is happening in your area? How is Biafra being felt in your area? It doesn't matter where you are all around the world. How is Biafra being looked at? How is Biafra faring all around the world, around your area? Because Biafra is now on a global stage. Back home in the zoo called Nigeria, the heat is everywhere. The Nigerian armed forces, their terrorist agents, they are feeling the heat of the delegitimization of evicting them from the Biafran territory, evicting the terrorist Nigerian state from our region, from our territory. They are receiving it hot. As a matter of fact, it was because of the instruction of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to dismantle all roadblocks in Biafran territory that the army or the police now issued an order instructing all stations to remove illegal checkpoints. They know all this why these checkpoints are illegal. They allowed it to be in Biafran territory. They use it to molest, they use it to kidnap, they use it to terrorize and extort money from Biafrans. But since the Biafran liberation took a new dimension and the terrorist government is now being evicted from the Biafran territory, there is a standing order from the Prime Minister, who is also the commander of Eastern Security Network and a commander of Biafran Liberation Army, that every checkpoint should be dismantled, and they are dismantling them every blessed day. So the army now came out and they are so ashamed of themselves being dismantled from Biafran areas. So they now want it to look like, oh, they voluntarily decided to abolish the checkpoints. That's how sad it is. But that is to tell you how far Biafran Restoration Project is making waves in the southeast, in Nigeria as a whole. Everywhere is calm. Our people are now heaving a sign of relief because our people cannot go to their farms. People are no longer being molested like before. People are no longer being killed like before. All these are courtesy of the mayor of Helsinki. I give him the mayor of Helsinki. the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Ambassador of Peace. So, fellow Biafrans, if you are in Finland, hey, my goodness me, if you are in Finland, any part of Finland you are, look for Simon and buy him a drink. I want Finnish people who are listening. If you are in Finland, you are a Biafran, and you are in Finland listening. In fact, please try as much as possible to share this broadcast, because this broadcast is mainly, I want to let it get to Biafrans in Finland especially, because I have a message to pass to them this afternoon from my location. And the message goes like this: if you are in Finland, it doesn't matter whether you are in the capital city, or it doesn't matter whether you are in Lahti, where our Prime Minister is staying, it doesn't matter whether you are in Helsinki, any part of Finland that you are. I know, we understand that Mazi Simon Ekpa is now a household name in Finland, all over the world. Mazi Simon Ekpa have brought Finland to the limelight. Because before now, most of us don't know where is Finland. Most of us never knew that there is a country called Finland, although it existed, right? But the publicity of that country had not been as it is now. So Mazi Simon Ekpa have brought Finland into the public glare, into the international stage. Nigerians, most Nigerians who don't know where Finland is, can now be proudly saying Finland, because they know it is all about Simon Ekpa. So Finland before now was not all that known, especially by most Nigerians or most Biafrans. But Finland have been existing. But because of the actions and activities of Mazi Simon Ekpa, Finland has now been brought to international stage in a very positive way. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has marketed Finland in a very positive way because of his actions for the liberation of the Biafran people. So Finland has been brought to international stage. Mazi Simon Ekpa has skyrocketed the prestige of Finland into the international stage. People can now stay in Nigeria and talk about Finland. People can stay all around, all over the world, wherever they are, and talk about Finland. Some even want to visit it. Some even want to know how this Finland is, because Mazi Simon Ekpa has preached so good news about Finland and the Finnish people. He has brought them to international stage. And it is in this Finland that the Biafran liberation movement got to international stage. It's the first it has ever got to international stage on this level. It is because of the actions, it is because of the activities of Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. So Finland is now on international stage. And Mazi Simon Ekpa has made it possible for Finland to now come out, for people to now associate with Finland. People can now be bold enough to talk about Finland. It was because of Mazi Simon Ekpa and his activities that the Finnish ambassador in Nigeria was called upon. It was because of the Biafran liberation movement that Mazi Simon Ekpa brought to the international stage that now people can now write petition, know where Finland is. People can now talk about Finland as if they know where it is. It is because of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Okay? So Mazi Simon Ekpa has done a tremendous publicity for Finnish people and Finland. And more importantly, for this Biafran liberation, that we have entered a stage that everyone can now be proud to be a Biafran. So Finland is a very special country for this liberation. Finland has written their name in gold as the country that produced one of the greatest freedom fighters in this world, and a country where that a freedom fighter exiled and got freedom for his people, the Biafran people. So it is very important that we acknowledge the importance of Finland in this struggle. And more importantly, we cannot mention Finland or the actions or the prestige of Finnish people or the prestige of Finland without having to mention Mazi Simon Ekpa, who made it possible for most of us now to know that Finland exists, and Finland is a very good country and developed and respected. And Finland respects human life. And they respect the rule of law as well. Even when the Nigerian terrorist government approached the Finnish ambassador in Nigeria, they tried to bribe them, but they told them that, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa has his rights as a Finnish citizen. That is to demonstrate how Finland so value their citizen. So on that note, I want to tell you, if you are a Biafran and you are staying in Finland, you have to pat yourself on the back, because God chose you to be in Finland for a reason. And one of the reasons is that you must have to help his son to achieve freedom for his people back home, which Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing diligently well and achieving results. And just 2 days ago, on the 15th of September, Friday, the Biafran Administrative Office in Maryland, far away USA, was inaugurated under the watch, under the leadership and prime ministership of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. This is an office that was on news 3 months back. Everybody was writing about it. Everybody was carrying propaganda about it, especially those that have fallen out of the struggle. The accountability group led by Pastor Livingstone and Ihanacho, the DOS led by Chike Dozie Manchina Sanworu, with their 500,000 irats, writing all manner of junks. When the office was first posted, when it was at the reconstruction stage, when it was at the renovation stage, they now started their blackmail and propaganda against Mazi Simon Ekpa and against the Biafran Republic government in exile, saying that the office never existed. They took photos, they went online, made all manner of noise, tried to blackmail, tried to instigate all manner of actions against Mazi Simon, even to the extent of the accountability group going to the accountability lawyer, Bruce Fine, and they want to make people believe that they know what they are doing, that they are going to instigate action against Mazi Simon Ekpa for trying to defraud the Biafran people or deceive the Biafran people into something that was never in existence. They carried all manner of propaganda against Mazi Simon Ekpa. But 2 days ago, that same office, that same venue, that same location was being inaugurated, where Biafrans all over the world went for the inauguration. And all these people that started their blackmail and propaganda were nowhere to be found. That is a milestone achievement by Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Kudos to Mazi Simon Ekpa. So if you are in Finland and you are seeing this video, you are looking at this broadcast, look for Mazi Simon Ekpa. I give him the mayor of Helsinki. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the mayor of Helsinki. Biafra is the mayor of Helsinki. By my own pronouncement, I am giving him that mayor of Helsinki. I know his town, where he stays, is Lati, but Lati is very small compared to the achievement of Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I don't want to say he's the mayor of Lati. No, he is the mayor of Helsinki. I know why. And he merits to be the mayor of Helsinki. Real life. Mazi Simon Ekpa has done tremendously well for Biafrans. Mazi Hyginus, I welcome you. Right? Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. So, Mazi Simon Ekpa has been able to prove the distractors. He has been able to close their mouth. He has been able to tell them that you guys are nonsense, you guys are useless, you guys are idiotic, you guys are moronic non-entities. Of course, they are all Nigerians, because Nigerians don't reason. All these people that try to blackmail him are Nigerians, they are not Biafrans. So what am I saying? If you are in Finland, it doesn't matter whether you are in Lati, you are in Helsinki, or anywhere you are in Finland, you can hear the name of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Please, and please, I make an appeal to you. Look for Mazi Simon Ekpa and buy him a drink. Chọọ mmanya ruru eru, gotere odogwu. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa bụ odogwu. Ọ bụrụ na Pink Lady nọ na Finland, give him Pink Lady. Check for the costliest wine in Finland and give it to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Ị bụrụkwanụ nwaanyị Igbo, families who are in Finland, unu shiere odogwu ofe orikaiko. Unu chọọ orikaiko shiere Mazi Simon Ekpa. Ndị Calabar chọọ na orikaiko shiere Mazi Simon Ekpa. Ọ sịkwanụ na ọ wụ egbusi, unu enyi ya egbusi ka o rie. Ọ sị na ọ wụ ofe ọra, ndị Anambra nọkwa hịa. Unu ereni ọra ka o rie nunu. Ọ sị na ọ wụ onugbu. Achọ onugbu kara aka, chọọ anụ kara aka wee sie n'ọdọgwu ofe wee nye ya, si ọdọgwu imeela. Ọ sịkwanụ na ọ wụ ofe Owere. Hey! Ego dịnụ. Because ndị na-eji ego ada eri ofe Owere. Mazi Simon Ekpa, unu enyi ya ofe Owere ka o rie. Achọ ndị na-agwọ abacha, si gwọọrọ ya abacha. Agwọ abacha, si tiri ke ha na-akpụ ya. Si tiri ihe a, oh my goodness me. Si tiri gwọọrọ Mazi Simon Ekpa abacha kara aka. Ndị Enugu chọọnụ nwaanyị ma abacha gbọrị abacha. Chọọ mmanya mgbọ, ganishie ya ọfụma. Nyega Mazi Simon Ekpa. Ọ sịkwanụ na ọ mkpọbi, unu enye mkpọbi ka o nie. Unu pụta unu asị odogwu imeela. On behalf of Biafrans all around the world, we are saying thank you, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for what you have done in this struggle for the liberation of your people. Thank you, Odogwu Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mma ejiri gbuo agụ nke ndị iro si na ọ dịghị nkọ. Thank you, Mazi. Despite the blackmail, despite the propagandas, despite their petitions, despite all their secret court meetings against you, despite all the native doctors they went to in order to derail you, Despite all the concussions they made against Mazi Simon Ekpa, taking his pictures, taking his name to occultic world, many native doctors, killing goats, killing fowl, killing cows, killing even dogs, even vultures. All manner of animals were killed just for them to succeed in harming Mazi Simon Ekpa or in stopping him from achieving his feat for the Biafran people. Despite all their actions and activities against the movement, against Mazi Simon Ekpa, ancha awuru hanana. Mazi Simon Ekpa wee zọọ ha okwu n'isi wee na-eje ebe ọ na-eje. So Mazi Simon Ekpa odogwu ka ebu. Anyị si ndewo imeela. Thank you so much, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We have to give you accolades. You merit this accolade, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for ever instituting the Biafran Republic Government in Exile office, administrative office that will serve Biafrans all around the world. It has never been like that before. This feat that Mazi Simon Ekpa achieved should have been what the DOS, the defunct DOS, if they were actually fighting for the freedom of the people of Biafra. This should have been their achievement. This should have been their where they should be fighting for. This should have been their route. This should have been their templates to get freedom for the Biafran people. But because they were never fighting for Biafra, they left what they should do and was fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa. Despite all their fights, Mazi Simon Ekpa climbed on top of their heads and achieved results for the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa, anyisigi, odogu, imeela, uwese, binisi, uwese baba, uwese Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you so much. You have done marvelously well for the Biafran people. You have seen, you have actually proven your distractors very, very wrong. People who tried to sell false narrative to the people against you. It is now glaring to the whole world that these people are blackmailers. That these people are propagandists. That these people are not truthful, that these people are liars, that these people are evil, that these people who were surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were never fighting for freedom. I wish I have a platform where people can call and tell us their opinion, tell us their feelings on this achievement of the inauguration of the Maryland office, the administrative office of Biafran Republic Government in Exile. I wish I could have a platform for that, but that will be for another day. Chukwu Okike Abiama will make his way. So we want to thank Mazi Simon Ekpa for achieving this feat for the Biafran people. He has done, Mazi Simon Ekpa has done exceptionally well for the Biafran people. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, all hell let loose. Because the DOS made agreement with the Nigerian government, they tried to destroy everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu built. They started with actions that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They cancelled the sit-at-home. Mazi Simon Ekpa stood his ground. Until tomorrow, we are doing sit-at-home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that sit-at-home created awareness for what is happening today. Every Monday now is tagged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day because of the activities of Mazi Simon Ekpa. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the commanders of Eastern Security Network and all the volunteers were being chased by the terrorist Nigerian government. They were being hunted down and killed. Some are disappeared, some are arrested and left in the DSS custody. Mazi Simon Ekpa came in and stopped that killings. He halted the disappearance of Biafrans. The killings of volunteers stopped because Mazi Simon Ekpa started funding the Eastern Security Network. because the DOS were starving them, so that the men that were meant to defend our territory will now run out of money or run out of granite to safeguard our territory and come out in the open and commit criminality. But unfortunately for them, Mazi Simon Ekpa stepped in and sealed all the loopholes in their finance, and have been funding them till date. And men are now happy to do their work and be able to stop the Nigerian government, the terrorist government of Nigeria, the members of the DOS, from killing the commanders, from killing the volunteers who are volunteering to safeguard our land and our territory. Mazi Simon Ekpa achieved that feat. Mazi Simon Ekpa made it possible that all the armed groups in this agitation, all those who are fighting genuinely for the restoration of Biafra, were brought together under one umbrella. Because that is a very wonderful and sensible thing to do. Bringing them together under the command and control of autopilot, then being funded jointly with every other armed group who are loyal to the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa made that unification possible, and it solidifies the bond of our armed defenders in Biafran territory. Mazi Simon Ekpa made it possible. Mazi Simon Ekpa now gathered men and women who were destined, who were born after the broadcast of our leader before he was kidnapped. That if you know that you have something with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you know that you want to get Biafra, if you know that you have something to present to the Biafran people, you have something to contribute to the liberation of the Biafran people, come together. Men and women, doctors, nurses, engineers, entrepreneurs, professors, technocrats, who were not part and parcel of this struggle in 2012, now started coming in because they saw the genuinity of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They saw the truthfulness of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They saw the courage, the doggedness, the consistency of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They now come on board and join hands with Mazi Simon Ekpa to fight this fight to finish. And Mazi Simon Ekpa now formed the Biafra government in exile. This is where he got, this is where he broke the camel's back of the Nigerian government. When all these men, all these women of timber and caliber were brought together to head various departments of the Biafran Republic government in exile, who oversees the activities of government of Biafra from diaspora. These people came together, brought their resources together, brought their intellect together, brought brought everything together. Their intellect, their money, their sensibility. They brought everything together to the Biafran Republic government in exile in order to help Mazi Simon Ekpa to achieve results. Mazi Simon Ekpa started this work with people who have mind with him. He started, Mazi Simon Ekpa now instituted or told the government in exile now how to institute liaison offices all around the world in order to coordinate the activities of governance of Biafran people in so many countries. Mazi Simon Ekpa now unveiled the intelligence unit of the Eastern Security Network, who collect information, who collect intels, because intelligence is very key, is a key to liberation. Mazi Simon Ekpa now inaugurated this intelligence unit, who now carries out intelligence on the activities of the Nigerian government and relates to the government in Ezai before any action is taken against the Biafran people by the Nigerian government. This intelligence gets to the Prime Minister and the Biafran Republic government in Ezai, and they prevented a lot of death and calamities that would have been befalling the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa instituted the Biafran de facto government in our homeland. Mazi Simon Ekpa now brought out a comprehensive map of the Biafran territory. A lot of achievements Mazi Simon Ekpa, the mayor of Helsinki, have done in regard to the liberation of the Biafran people. So, Ebo Lane or wherever you are, when you see Mazi Simon Ekpa, buy him a drink, pop him champagne, give him whatever he needs, give him accolades. Mazi Simon Ekpa Bodogu, he has done tremendously well. So, Biafrans in Finland, help us, because we cannot reach him. You people are closer to him. Carry Mazi Simon Ekpa like egg. He knows the way. That is why we are following him. Mazi Simon Ekpa knows the way. He has the template. Since the inauguration of that Maryland office, Nigeria has never remained the same. Ndi Nzama have never remained the same. DOS have never remained the same. Even the Delilah of our leader, the wife of our leader, is now talking about the release of her supposedly husband. For 2 good years, she was dining with the accountability group, the DOS. They were dining and whining together. She left what she should have focused upon the release of her husband, if actually she wanted the husband to be free. Immediately after the launching, immediately after the inauguration, immediately after the unveiling of the Maryland office, the administrative office of the Biafran Republic government in Ezai, that they thought is a propaganda. They saw it koro, live and direct. They are now running mad. The leader's wife now came out to say, oh, British, her British husband is languishing in Nigeria, that nothing should happen to him. Imagine, since 2021, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. It is now that people are now waking up to ask for his freedom, because they know that Mazi Simon Ekpa is at the threshold, at the verge of getting Biafra for Biafran people. And you know, another milestone of Mazi Simon Ekpa, there are a lot and lot that we cannot stand here to enumerate. For the fact that we are delegitimizing Nigeria in Biafra land, and Nigerians are running. For the fact that Eastern Security Network and Biafran Liberation Army are fully funded and their equipment can be displayed. The Nigerian government have seen it. Oh, they are shivering on their panties. They never believed that a man like Simon Ekpa ever existed. A man who ignored everything that they offered him. Even to the extent of he doesn't even want any call from anybody. Mazi Simon Ekpa said, any call that is not a call from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, any talk that is not about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, any meeting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be part of, count him out. As a matter of fact, before you even call him, he has already sensed what you want to talk to him about, so he won't pick your call. How can you be able to convince that person, that calm person, to even listen to you. The only thing that matters to Mazi Simon Ekpa is freedom and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How many of you are seeing counter orders online now? How many? The DOS, are they still writing counter orders? The accountability group, are they now talking about the Maryland office? Are they still talking about it? Are they now talking about Simon Ekpa being sponsored by the Nigerian government? Have they ever, since the Tinubu, have they talked about Omahe or Malami that is bankrolling Simon Ekpa? Because all this were propaganda geared towards diverting your attention from the goal, from the ball. But the Biafran people, our eyes was fixed on the ball with Mazi Simon Ekpa, because we actually know him, that he is going to deliver Biafra to Biafrans, and he is going to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, because the only thing that will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from detention is the actions, the activities of the Biafran Republic government in exile, the Biafran Liberation Army, the Eastern Security Network, and you and I, Biafrans, against the terrorist state. It is that only thing that can bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Not press release by the DOS. They are useless press release that the Nigerian government concord for them and go and put and paste. They go and paste it and talk all rubbish, all manner of evil against Mazi Simon Ekpa. Let them, are they still writing counter order? Why have they not written counter order now? Let them come and write counter order about the legitimization of Nigeria in Biafra land. Do you see any counter order from the one they call a Mapawales? Where is Chike Doziem? Where is China Sanworu? For anybody that is following DOS, Chineke Gakponu ni inoku. Anybody who has mind at this stage of deliberation to still believe that DOS are for this struggle, you know that something is actually wrong with your brain. Because it is so hard for, it is unthinkable that those people who want you dead will now turn around to fight for your freedom. Ikengu Uruagu was had on making broadcasts just 2 days ago. He was fighting and defending the terrorist government of Nigeria. And was asking the Eastern Security Network and the Biafra Liberation Army, why are you displaying the rifles that the terrorists came to kill you with, and you overpower the terrorists and take it from them? Ikenga Uruagu is now fighting for the Nigerian security agents with China Sanworu, with Chike Doziem. These are people who are members of the defunct DOS. It is very unfortunate. I didn't know why where did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get all this bunch of idiotic fools who joined in this struggle? Where did, oh my goodness God, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu atabuoro onwe na afufu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu passed through thick and thin. He passed through hell in the hands of all these evil people. And I don't blame them, those who were asking, Simon, where have you been in 2012? Simon was being prepared for his action in 2019. That was why he was not available in 2012. And all these fools, all these blackmailers, all these saboteurs surrounded our leader in order to make ends meet. And actually, they were making their ends meet. They were feeding fat from the proceeds, from the collection, from the donations, fundraisings of IPOB worldwide. These people were feeding fat on it, placing their cronies as coordinators all around the world, embezzling the money that was meant for the liberation of the Biafran people. And you will ask yourself, all these donations that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was doing, why these people were still available? Where are the money? What was the money used for? The defense fund, what was it used for? All these people embezzled the money. That is why they want Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to rot in jail. Because they know when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu comes out, all these their evil deeds will be brought to the public glare. They try to destroy the movement that is going to give you and I freedom. You can imagine that. And you as a Biafran, if you are part and parcel of those who are supporting the DOS, my brother, when God is going to punish them for their actions against the Biafran people and the Biafran liberation, don't be surprised. You are going to be partaker. You have to eat with them. Because once you support evil, evil will come to you. So if you are in Finland, if you are in Helsinki, if you are in Leti, anywhere you are in Finland, if Mazi Simon Ekpa, Gonyaya Manya Odobu Kobu, Mazi Simon Ekpa has made Biafrans proud. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be very proud of who he has. The Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. The spiritual son, really, he is the spiritual son of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never be more happier. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa has achieved feat within 5 years that he joined the struggle. He has achieved feat of people who were in struggle for 20, 15, 10 years have never achieved. These people were just rigmaroling, rotating IPOB as a struggle, as a career. Some gave themselves names. Some are doctors. They didn't go to school. They did not go law school, but they are doctors. Efe now is Dr. Efe. Ikenguru is now barrister. Give them names, give themselves titles, because they expected this struggle to continue as long as we are living. We will continue to fight for freedom while they are eating, while they are using the money for IPOB for the freedom to enrich themselves and their families. That is why immediately Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board, all hell broke loose. Because Obiara Ekpopo have feeding bottle no. Mazi Simon Ekpa came to destroy their means of livelihood. That is why they have to fight him. They have to do everything humanly possible to stop him. But they don't know who Mazi Simon Ekpa is. Odogbo Kokora non-stop. Atakata Abuo. Oh, that is Otoro. He can't hold it. There is no way you can hold it. That time, Enyoya na Aroge. Mazi Simon Ekpa wo anu kpọrọ nkụ na-eju ọnụ, obere nsi na-emebi ike. Atakata elo, that anu a na-akpa atakata elo, there is no way you can enjoy that meat. When you are tired, all your chin will be paining you. You have no choice. That is exactly what the Nigerian government are facing in the hand of one man. Because onye ya na chi ekwu, who God is with, no one can ever succeed being against you or fighting against you. If you are in Finland, look for Mazi Simon Ekpa and thank him so much. Buy him a drink. Siere ni ofe nkwobi. Nye ni nkwobi ka ọ taa. Sie gwala ni abacha. Tinye ụgba, ezigbote ụgba. Ọsịkwa na ọwụ dịka iko ka ọ chọrọ iri, unu nye dịka iko ka o rie. Ọsịkwa na ọwụ ofe Owere. Hey, ụmụ nwaanyị Owere, unu juru na Finland na. Unu enye ya ofe Owere ka o rie na odogwu ka ọ bụ. he has single-handedly, with his actions, activities with the Biafran people, destroyed the almighty zoo. But now they have the Nigerian government have now accepted that that there is nothing they can do to stop this man whom God have destined to liberate the Biafran people. It is practically impossible for anybody to stop Mazi Simon Ekpa. He's aiming for the goal. And another thing Mazi Simon Ekpa said is that immediately after the inauguration of this Maryland office, that the liberation is taking a new turn. Just last night, the Biafran Liberation Army now engaged the terrorist state in their own barracks. They are running helter-skelter. Because days are gone when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here with us, when he gives orders, the saboteurs will not carry it out. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gives orders, the saboteurs will sabotage it. Those who were supposed to carry out the orders were also working with the Nigerian state. For instance, Chinasa Nworu was working with Hope Uzodimma when Ikonso was killed. They were all working with Soludo. They were all working with Umahi. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gives orders, these people will go and thwart it. These people will go and thwart it. Yes, I understand, Tina Opara. I understand what you mean. It doesn't necessarily mean that you must get your food to. No, it's not what I mean. What I mean by saying what I mean is for people to show their gratitude to Mazi Simon Ekpa on our behalf, on the behalf of the Biafran people. Yes, it doesn't mean he has to take any food from them. Mazi Simon Ekpa is wiser now. We are saying it in the sense that this is what we want people to gratify Mazi Simon Ekpa for what he is doing for the Biafran people. It does not necessarily mean you must to cook for him and give him the food to eat, because definitely he is not going to take your food and eat. We understand that, my sister. So there's no fear. I am just saying it that Mazi Simon Ekpa needs to be gratified for what he has done for the Biafran people, for the achievement he has achieved for the Biafran liberation at this particular time, at this moment. That is what I mean. So no harm, sister, no harm. And besides, let me tell you, you people don't know who Simon Ekpa is. Simon Ekpa is protected by the gods of our land. Simon Ekpa, jokes apart, the gods and goddesses of our land, ndị mbu na ndị egede, ndị ichie, eke orie afọ nkwo. As long as the sun rises from the east and sets on the west, anybody that day breaks, you see the sun, you can never harm Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because that is the strength, where he gets his strength from Chukwu Okike Abiama, the creator of heaven and earth. You can never do him any harm. A lot of people have tried to do him harm. Hope Uzodimma is of recent. What it backfired on Hope Uzodimma. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, they warned him about that. A lot of people have tried to do all manner of evil against Mazi Simon Ekpa spiritually. But Mazi Simon Ekpa could go the chim. Because onye ya na chi yeso, odigi ihe obula mmadụ mere ga-erute ya arụ. When your hands are clean, and you are working diligently, wholeheartedly with your mind, with your strength, no evil attached to your thinking, to your mind, nothing can happen to you. Mazi Simon Ekpa is protected by the gods of our land. No evil shall befall him, can never befall him. So anywhere you are all around the world, whenever you see Mazi Simon Ekpa, gratify him. Those of you in Finland should be, sending him message of greetings, because the achievement Mazi Simon Ekpa has done within these 5 years that he joined the struggle, it has enveloped all the achievement of IPOB put together, even right from the time of Wazirike till now, till our leader. Our leader is he is the man at the moment. He is the man whom God have chosen. Simon was another instrument whom God also chose through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu handed him a baton, and when you hand him a baton, you have handed him that spirit, that strength, that power. The spirit that was with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is with Mazi Simon Ekpa as well. That is why he said he is the spiritual son of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And people think that it was just a mere statement. No, it is not a mere statement. It is spiritual. What Mazi Simon Ekpa said is spiritual, and that is how it should be. So, my sister Tina, Mazi Simon Ekpa will never eat from anyone. Okay? So, just allay your fears on that. But what I'm saying, Orung Pobi, Nyang Pobi, Oroba, Nyoba, Utabacha, Ore Edikaiko, Enyi Edikaiko, Obrukano Ofo Nubu, Oburara, Orofo Were. It's a sign of gratitude. Just give him that accolade, that gratitude. Thank him for what he has done for the Biafran people. He has made this Biafran liberation to have a very brighter face. Everybody can now see that Biafra is here with us. I am telling you, with what is happening in Biafra land, especially this latest instruction given, that everything Nigerian plate number, federal government, state government, anything owned vehicle by the Nigerian state is no longer allowed in Biafran territory. This is how they are going to gradually fizzle out. He has already instructed all the commissioners who are the terrorist enablers to decide from their government that they are serving, enabling the terrorists to come to our land and kill us, and most of them are resigning. This is how Nigeria is going to gradually fizzle out, and Biafra will just enter. That is, Mazi Simon Ekpa is a brainy man. This template, it is impeccable. It is faultless. We are now, optimistic that Biafra is here. Anybody who cannot see it, please just wash your eyes very well, wash your face very well. You can be able to understand that Biafra is here with us. The inauguration of Maryland office have crowned it all in the faraway United States of America. And our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you and I that when women, that Biafra is going to come from diaspora and USA, they are going to fund this liberation movement. And kudos to the Biafran women in USA. Ebeje Jog, Mazi, Madam Azoka, Charles Mwankpo, the leader of Umuada, the Secretary of Defense, and every other cabinet member. Check out their profiles. Go to the Biafran Republic website. Check the profiles of these men and women of timber and caliber who are at the face of this Biafran liberation movement. Then go back 5 years back and check out those who were members of the DOS. Of course, they were hiding. None of them is free to show his photo, because they were double-edged sword. They were double agents, all of them, from A to Z. They were not proud to show them faces. Chike Dozion was showing his face because there is nothing that can be done. He has to. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there, Chinasa Nwodo, have you seen him? Have you been able to see his face? The man they call him powerless. Have you been able to see him? What are their pedigree? What are their portfolios? All these people that were from 2012 who joined our leader till 2019, before they were now fizzled out, before the wheat, the chaff were taken away from the wheat. What are their portfolios? What are their positions? What are their which school did they study? What are their academic qualifications? All these people are really touts, miscreants. Just like, before Nigerian government can call you a miscreant, I think there are some semblance of truth in what they said during those days. Because actually all those people that were following our leader were miscreants. They don't know their left from their right. They don't actually know what they were doing. But now, go and see the timber, the calibers of men and women of goodwill in Biafran Republic government in exile. Is it the chief of staff? Is it the secretary of defense? Is it the information? Is it the budget and planning? You have the doctors, you have nurses, you have engineers, you have technocrats, you have professors, name it. These people have positioned themselves now to fight for that Biafra that you and I have been craving for a very long time. And I'm happy to announce to you that Biafra is here with us. Mazi Simon Ekpa has made it possible that we can now be bold enough to come out and say, yes, Biafra is here. Look at the BLEM members, the Biafran Liberation Army. They are now showing their faces, now telling you that yes, because the confidence is now here. And they have a reason for showing their faces. The reason for showing their faces is that they know they have surmounted the greatest obstacles that were making them to hide their faces. Because the enemy within is more dangerous than the enemy outside. Those enemies inside have been chased out from Biafra land. Those terrorist enablers who knows each and every one of them in the villages, who now point fingers with the terrorist government to go and arrest them, to go and kill them, to go and molest them and terrorize our people. The terrorist enablers are now driven out of Biafra land. So that Biafra land can now have a semblance of peace. And people can now be boldly come out and fight for their freedom without any fear of intimidation, without any fear of invasion by the Nigerian army, the terrorists to their zones and burning their houses and properties. Biafran Liberation Army is now well equipped. All this achievements is within this shortest possible time. At least the Biafran Liberation Army can now boast of hardwares of equipment to make their work more easier. To make it more easier. There is nothing like when you are going to school, you have all the necessary materials to study. Not when you don't have handouts, you don't have textbooks. How are you going to read? That is what Mazi Simon Ekpa have been able to achieve. To fund this movement, the armed group, making sure that the terrorists are no longer able to come to our land and kill us or our daughter, women and children, or burn our properties. So Mazi Simon Ekpa, more accolades to you. Finnish people, those who are in Finland, give my minister, my prime minister, accolade. Obodoguko. He has shamed the devil. He has shamed DOS. He has shamed the Nigerian government. He has shamed the Nzoma group of companies. He has shamed the saboteurs in our land. Okenoso. Okenohia. Mberenozo. Everything is now working good for us, the Biafran people. Of course, we love God. And that is why God has sent people who have the like mind with us to be able to liberate us from the slavery that the British tried to enslave us using the Fulani to eternity. But just like God said, at the appointed time, He is going to liberate His people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sent from God to liberate us from this subjugation and slavery, Mazi Simon Ekpa will be the finisher. Will be the finisher of this game. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the top 9. The deadly top 9 guy score goal. Once this goal is scored, Biafran people will be happy for the rest of our generation, even yet unborn. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa has proven that he is really the spiritual son of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he was born for Biafra to come. He forsake everything. His prestige was on the line. His businesses, his profession was on the line. Blackmails, propagandas against him in order to dissuade him from carrying out the work which he is doing for the Biafran people. They tried to blackmail him. It didn't work. He's too strong and firm with the Biafran people and with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why the Biafran people are solidly behind him. Mazi Simon Ekpa, Imela, Ndewo, we say, you are wonderfully made. We acknowledge you, what you do for us. We thank you so much. We are so grateful for coming to rescue your people. We are so grateful for aligning with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in this fight. We are so grateful for seeing the need to liberate your people from the chains of slavery, from the subjugation of the British and the Nigerian government state. We are so grateful for having to be able to dictate those who are responsible for this carnage in our land and be able to confront them head on. The state governors, the local government chairmen, the senators, the House of Rep members, all these political iflefus who made themselves tools for the caliphate to use against our people. They keep quiet when the soldiers came to burn our properties, disappear the youth, destroy those things that we have, we value so dear to our heart. They take our mothers, they kill our fathers, they rape our daughters, they kill everything killable in order to instigate fear to every one of us not to fight for our freedom, so that they will be the lords of our life from eternity to eternity. That is their plan, to subjugate us, to make us be like the Hausa tribe that have been conquered by the Fulanis. The Fulanis try to use our own political leaders to Fulanize us, to conquer us in our own land, a land that is filled with milk and honey. The blessed land of Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. They don't want us to be free. They want us to live as slaves in our own land. But you came, you saw, and you conquered. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who brought out the awareness to everyone. You have come to finish the deal. And it's Biafra first, like you said. The deals you are making all around the world, we know. And Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you for that. Thank you for the achievements you have made so far. A lot of it cannot be mentioned. More especially that inauguration of the administrative office that will serve Biafrans all over the world, that was inaugurated in Maryland on the 15th of September 2023. Biafra are so happy with you. We are proud of who you are. We are proud of what you do. We are proud of the Biafran people who you surround yourself with, who are working diligently, morning, day and night, to see that Biafra come. You are cabinet members. We are so proud of every one of them. Thank you so much, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to be with you, continue to protect you, and see you through. And may the actions that will be taking place from tomorrow, being the 18th of September 2023, starting with their sit at home, and the curfew that will be starting from the 19th, for 3 weeks, especially for the Nigerian, it will be geared against the Nigerian state for still keeping our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. We trust what you can do, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So we can't tell you what to do. Of course, you know what to do. You have the template. We are saying thank you, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the mayor of Helsinki. You merit that mayorship of Helsinki, and that is why I'm giving you the mayor of Helsinki. Lati, your achievement is bigger than Lati. That is why I'm giving you mayor of Helsinki. So Biafrans, behold your mayor of Helsinki, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. The good guy, the ambassador of peace. Address him as the mayor of Helsinki. That is the name I am giving him from my location. And he merits that name, because he has done more than Leti. He has done more than Leti. So he is in Helsinki. I will give him in Helsinki until the declaration of Biafra. Then we call him the mayor of Finland. The mayor of Finland. So thank you so much for being here with me, fellow Biafran. Please like and share, so that this broadcast can go to every other Biafran living in Finland, to make it a point of duty to salute our Prime Minister. They are very close. To salute him from there for us, that we say, well done, sir, for what he is doing. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen him. For having to disorganize Ndenzama, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless him. For having to disorganize the accountability group, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless him. For having to disorganize the Nigerian state, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless him more and more. I appreciate you so much. I also thank Nukunwai, Ezenwai, the lioness herself, Madama Azuka Charles Nwankwo, the defense secretary. I also appreciate you. My Minister of Information, Mazi Sona Barawa. I appreciate you, sir. I want to also appreciate Mazi Dim Justice of the Biafran Writers of Conscience, under which platform this broadcast is coming to you live and direct. We wish if we can have an interactive section where everyone can express their joy. I wish in no distant time we'll have that platform anyway, so that Biafrans all around the world can call in on the Biafran Writers of Conscience platform and express their joy for what Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Biafran Republic government in exile, are doing. We really appreciate you people so much. I also want to give more accolades. I salute my fellow comrades of the Biafra Writers of Conscience. And I also salute you that is watching, for taking out your time to come and listen. Please, if you have not joined the Biafran movement, you dey lose. If you are sitting on the fence, that fence will go fall and it go backfire for your head. Try as much as possible to join. Contribute to your own quota, either by donation, either by donating to the Eastern Security Network. Any contribution at all will help to liberate our people. Okay? Thank you so much. Like and share. Make your comment. Make your comment. Make your comment. The Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is now the mayor of Helsinki. From my location, I am giving him the mayor of Helsinki, the man who made it possible that Biafrans can now go to the farm. Biafra can now live in Biafra land in peace, and making sure that the terrorists are evicted from Biafran territory. It is only made possible by the mayor of Helsinki, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Thank you so much for listening. Share and like as I sign out from my location. Biafran Republic, peace, unity, peace and equity. Ndewonu, ụmụ Chineke.